the Apple Tag. What is it? What does it do? And what do I think about it? Right after this. Welcome back, my name is Eric and you're watching Modern Day Tech, where tech is more than just cool, it is technically awesome. You become technically awesome yourself by clicking the subscribe button. Now this coming Tuesday, Apple's going to be having their keynote and they're going to be releasing the iPhone 11. They've also announced that there is going to be one more thing. What that one more thing is, no one really knows, but there's lots and lots of rumors. Anything from AR glasses all the way down to what I think it is, and that is the Apple Tag. What is the new Apple Tag? Well, simply, it's just a Bluetooth tracker. Yes, there are hundreds of Bluetooth trackers already on the market, and in general, they all help you find your lost and misplaced items, like your keys, your wallet, or your purse. If you misplace your item, you can simply go into the app, hit the find button, and it will ring your device if it's within Bluetooth range. All is good in the world. You can also do it in reverse. So if you lose your iPhone, you can simply press the button on the Bluetooth tracker to make your phone ring. Pretty cool, right? But you might be asking me, what if I lose my device outside of Bluetooth range? Well, a lot of devices have a crowd community feature that allows you to mark your item as lost, and if another user gets within range of your Bluetooth tracker, it will anonymously report back the location of that connection. You can go to that location, look for your Bluetooth tracker, and once again, all is good in the world. Now, the advantage of the Apple Tag is not the tag itself. It's the device that 900 million people in the world are carrying right in their pocket, their iPhone. Plus all the other devices like MacBooks and iMacs that make up this mesh network. They can all connect to your Apple Tag via Bluetooth or some other technology. More on that in a minute. And then once the connection is made, it will report the GPS location of that connection back to you. The game changer here is the number of active users looking for your lost item. In comparison, the next largest community is Tile, which you might have heard of, which has about 15 to 20 million active users. With the Apple Tag, it's 900 million active users. Now that you understand what a Bluetooth tracker is, let me take a step back for a moment. Apple Tag is not the official name yet. It was a name that a lot of rumors made up, including myself, after a developer that had beta edition of iOS 13 found coding with the word tag 1,1 in the most recent combined app called Find My App, which was originally Find My iPhone app and Find My Friends app. But when it comes to the name, we are still not really sure. Since tag 1,1 was in the coding, all the rumors included the word tag, like iTag and AirTag. But iTag is already a name of a Bluetooth tracker out there in the market. Don't waste your time, it's not worth it. Don't even look it up. And AirTag is the name of a lot of different companies already in business. Plus the word AirTag doesn't make sense to me. AirPods worked because AirPods were EAR pods and they were in your ears, but AirTag doesn't go in your ears. What would be the name of the new tag? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. So like I mentioned earlier, Apple Tag could be using a different way to communicate with your iPhone. There are other communication chips in your iPhone already, like Wi-Fi and NFC, but neither of these chips will work in the Apple Tag due to the battery consumption and range limitation respectively. But Apple could be releasing a long-range communication standard in their new iPhone 11, like the ultra-wide technology, but honestly, I don't think they will do that. Not only will this diminish the number of active users in the crowd community, but it'll also reduce the number of people that be willing to buy the Apple Tag. Now that doesn't mean that Apple is not going to be tweaking the Bluetooth technology to their advantage as they've done before with iBeacon, but the underlying technology still is going to be Bluetooth Low Energy. Now when it comes to the design of the Apple Tag, there are a lot of rumors about it being round, and honestly, I think that's going to be true. It's going to be white, and it's going to have some small way to attach to things like your keys. I don't think it's going to be thin enough to be put into your wallet though, but I know people will still try to do it. There's those people who are going to have that big old fat wallet. I think it's going to be a pretty flat item overall, maybe with a couple curves here and there, but there's got to be a way to attach the Apple Tag to more items like your bikes, your laptops, your luggage, and other personal belongings that you want to track. It's going to have a replaceable battery. I don't see Apple Tag having a way to recharge it yet, and I don't see them making a device that gets thrown away every year, forcing you to buy a new one. They're not going to make the same mistake that Tile did with the original tracker. I'm hoping the battery will last at least 1 year. It's going to have a loud ringer so you can find it faster and easier, and it should be water resistant. In future designs, it will get thinner and move into a more wireless rechargeable model like the Safedome. When it comes to pricing, most of the top Bluetooth trackers in the world cost between $15 and $50, depending on the brand and the model. Most averaging around $25 for your keys and about $40 for your wallet. But being Apple, I don't think they're about being average. I think the pricing for the Apple Tag is going to be about $59.99 for one device, or 2 devices for $99.99, which is very expensive, but totally worth it in my opinion if you happen to misplace or lose your belongings all the time like I do. Will Apple do a subscription plan? No. Tile made that mistake. Even though Apple loves their subscription models, I don't see them charging for additional features or services with the Apple Tag. Talking about additional features, there are a bunch they could add into the Apple Tag, but thinking about it, I think they're going to keep it very simple. No selfie remotes here. They will, however, have one important one though, and that is out of range notifications. Which means if you leave your Apple Tag behind, say at a restaurant, as you walk away, your phone will buzz to let you know to go back and get it, and vice versa. But to make it effective and not drive people crazy, they will have to figure out a way to eliminate all the false notifications. Bluetooth is very finicky, and there are a lot of obstructions and environmental factors that could drop the Bluetooth signal for a split second, which will trigger the out of range notification. Thus, they need to put in timer delays and quiet or safe zones to make sure your device doesn't go off at the wrong place or time. You don't want your phone ringing in that business meeting or while you're sleeping at night. So they will have to have quiet or safe zones based off your location, like work or home, but it'll still look for your Apple Tag once you have left one of these locations to make sure you still have your Apple Tag with you. They will also have that timer delay, which will help you when you're away from your safe zone, which should help prevent false alerts. This timer delay will operate by delaying the notification alert for about a minute or so to see if the connection comes back. If it does, it won't send the notification. But if it doesn't come back within a minute, it's going to send that notification, thus being a slight delay. But totally worth it because you won't get those false notifications. Another expected feature is AR. Augmented reality can really help you find your lost or misplaced items in a totally different way. I've actually demonstrated and tried out this feature in a similar tracker called the Pixie. Once you've activated, you can actually move your phone around and see in which direction your misplaced Apple Tag is in augmented reality, which is pretty cool and very useful, especially if you lose your Apple Tag in the couch. It can also help the hearing impaired. With all these features and the enormous crowdfunding community with over 900 million iPhone users, the Apple Tag will change the way you find your misplaced items forever. Now let me know down in the comments what you plan to put your Apple Tag on. If you want to learn more about the Apple Tag and what it's going to do to the Bluetooth tracker industry and its competitors like Tile, Tracker, and many others, check out this video right there. I hope you will consider subscribing so you get updates on Apple Tag and many other Bluetooth trackers, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.
No, nothing can break me.